Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. What did I learn with this court case? The podcast Taylor Undercover isn't for Swifties. Judge Shackelford is a lesbian, and you gotta pull your permits, people. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
All right, this is 25AS3762, the City of Taylor versus Martin Drouillard.
Yes, David Greco here on behalf of the City of Taylor.
Mr. Drouillard, can you tell me your first and last name?
Martin Drouillard.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so we are here today. It's a time and date set for a formal hearing. Are the people ready to proceed?
Yes.
Mr. Drouillard, are you ready to proceed?
I'm asking for a change of venues.
For what basis?
Just that I've had discussions with your wife over the years regarding some things that didn't go too well, so I don't feel comfortable with.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll start by telling you that.
Okay. Well, I have some, background on it if you'd like to hear it, if you'd like.
Have you ever met my wife in person?
No, just on Facebook.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, I don't need to know about it because I don't know anything about it. I'm not on any of these Facebook groups and I have no knowledge what you're talking about. And I don't know that there's any reason that I couldn't be fair and impartial on this hearing.
Well, I just feel uncomfortable with it. I was just asking.
Well, that's not Mr. Drouillard, I want you to understand, your uncomfortability is not a reason for a change of venue. It's not a legal reason.
Okay. Well, we can move forward then.
Okay. I mean, there's no reason I can't be fair and impartial to you and to the prosecutor or the people in this case. There's absolutely no reason. And I don't know anything about arguments or whatever conversations you may have had. I know nothing about that. So, Mr. Greco?
Yes, we're ready to proceed.
Who's your witness?
Okay, the people call Isaac Villarreal.
All right, Mr. Officer Villarreal, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, can you state your name for the record?
It's Officer Isaac Villarreal.
Okay. Counsel?
Yes. Mr. Villarreal, are you currently employed?
Yes, sir.
And where are you currently employed?
The City of Taylor.
And how long have you been employed with the City of Taylor?
25 years.
Okay, and what is your current position of employment?
I am Animal Control / Code and Ordinance Officer.
Okay, what are the duties and responsibilities generally of a code enforcement officer?
Well, we make sure that the city is kept up and any violations that due to the penal code is enforced. And that's pretty much it. There's a whole lot.
Okay, including the zoning ordinance?
Correct.
Okay, including regulations regarding signs or permitted signs?
Correct.
Okay. Were you working on the day of September 3rd, 2025 at approximately 3:30 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall being in the area of Beach Daily and Northline?
I was.
Okay. What were you doing there?
Well, our station's right across the street, and I noticed the sign that was posted on private property.
All right. When you say a sign posted on private property, what type of sign was it?
It was a sign advertising a podcast.
Okay. But what type of sign? Like, was it,
Well,
what did it look like?
It was yellow with
Okay.
black writing, and the letters read Taylor Uncovered, and there was a QR code that you download, and you get information that way.
With respect to the podcast?
Correct.
And are you familiar with a person by the name of Martin Drouillard?
I am.
And is Mr. Drouillard on this hearing today?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And so when you saw the sign, did you somehow attach that to Mr. Drouillard?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and how is that?
Well, there's a bunch of them in his front yard, and I know that the QR code that is related to the sign is part of his podcast.
So it goes to his podcast that
Correct.
and so this was, as far as you were concerned, based upon the information you had, this was an advertisement sign for his podcast, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And was it like, when I say what type of sign, what was it like? I know it wasn't a political sign, but was it like a political sign with like you like
Correct.
posted in?
It was a portable.
A portable sign.
Portable.
Okay.
It was yellow with black writing.
Okay, and right on the corner. Okay.
Correct.
Was it on the easement or was it on private property?
It was on private property.
Okay. What are the rules, as far as you're aware, with regard to portable signs that are advertising type signs with respect to placement in the city of Taylor?
Okay, so whether it's private or on the easement, these signs have to have a permit.
Okay.
Permit has to be pulled, and also these signs every night. It's part of the when you pull the permit, they have to be removed at night every night. So
Okay.
whoever has them has to pull them at night, and then if they want to re-put them back in the morning, they can, with the guidelines of the permit itself. But that sign sat in that corner without being pulled ever.
Okay. And you're saying that you observed it on September 3rd, 2025, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And the section of the ordinance code, section 18.06A, provides that portable signs like this require a permit, correct?
That is correct.
And then subsection, I believe it's A5, provides that they must be taken down at night. That is when any kind of business, if it's connected to a business, is closed, correct?
Correct.
And as a result of what you observed that day, did you issue a citation?
I did.
And who did you issue the citation to?
It was to Mr. Juilliard.
Okay. And it's for the reason of this sign that was out in the open that did not have a permit, correct?
Correct.
What was the ordinance number, council? 18?
Section 18.06 of the zoning ordinance. Are you looking on Muni
That's what I
code?
was trying to do, was pull up the ordinance,
So
but
if you go to Muni code, you have to go down to the appendix.
I got it.
And you go
Okay.
down to the appendix, and that's where the zoning code is, and that's where you go to section 18.06.
Got it. Thank you.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for the ordinance officer.
Mr. Drouillard, do you have any questions for the officer?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and ask them. It's your turn.
Sir, you said on that date was the first time you've seen that sign?
That sign in particular?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay, I mean, at that place that you said on the corner of Beach Daily and North Line, was that the first day you seen that sign there?
No.
So if that sign was there for over 3 months. So we did nothing about it prior to this. Why did you decide to do it on that day?
No particular reason.
Okay. But it was there for a long time, correct?
Correct. And also, you could have been cited every single day that sign was there.
But that's not neither here nor there. The point of the matter is that sign was there for a long time and you did nothing before. What made you do it this time?
Doing my job, sir.
Doing your job? So then you're telling me for 3 months you didn't do your job.
If you want to say that.
Well, that's exactly what I want to say. Was there a reason on that day? Besides
Hey,
your
Mr.
job?
Drouillard, it's asked and answered. Move on to your next question.
Okay. Are there other signs in and around the city here that have been for a long time that you've also find?
Every day, sir.
every day, so I can FOIA that, and I'll find out. Your
You can
Honor, I'd
FOIA
like
that.
to be
You can
able
FOIA
to,
that.
I'd like to, pardon me?
You can FOIA that.
Okay. So you're saying that that sign was illegally put there?
Yes, sir.
I asked permission from the store owner to put that sign up, as I did the signs that you tried to take from Get and Go.
All right, can I ask this? What store was it?
So, ma'am, Your Honor, it wasn't a store. It was a big empty lot at the corner of Beach Daily and North Line. There's no store.
That the store owner owns.
He can't give you permission to put that there.
He did give me permission to put that there.
You must.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
Wait, you
without
two, I'm not
permission.
gonna have you guys argue back and forth.
No, I'm just
Mr. Drouillard,
saying.
if you want to say what you want to say, you could do that, but right now, ask Mr. Villarreal his questions.
Well,
Whatever other questions you have for him.
I'm done asking him questions.
Okay, any redirect, Mr. Greco?
Ordinance Officer Villarreal, isn't it true that it is required to pull a permit with the city to put this sign even on private property?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Greco, I just have a question. I'm looking at the ordinance on 1806 permitted sign regulations under A at this specific sign requirements. And what one would this fall under?
So it falls under, if you go down where it says portable signs, menu/sandwich board, poster panels, A-frames, it's non-residential districts. And so on the left-hand column, it says portable signs, which is what this is. Because it's not a permanent sign that's installed.
All right, let me find portable signs. Portable signs, okay, I get it.
And then you see
Non-residential districts.
And then the next column is yes, as far as whether a permit is required. That's the column for.
Okay. Okay, that was my only question. All right, I don't have any more questions. Okay, Mr. Drouillard, is there something you want to tell the court?
Well, I'd just like to tell the court that I put those signs out when I was running for office, and it didn't seem like we were asked to for the signs running for office. We weren't asked to do anything of the such, getting a permit.
Are these signs that they weren't political signs, were they? They were to support your podcast.
That's correct.
So they're not like political signs. They weren't vote for Drouillard, right?
Right. They didn't ask for no money or anything like that. They were for the people in the city to get information.
About what?
They're a First Amendment right that I have to give people the information that they need.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
I have a First Amendment right to put a sign out that was okayed by the owner of the property, just for, it wasn't selling anything. I mean, listen, I can ride down Telegraph right now. I have photos of this, all of this. There's still signs up on Telegraph that haven't been taken down. They took my signs down.
What are those signs regarding?
Al's Asphalt. Here, I'll buy your house. We have basketball and all this stuff for kids. The list goes on and on. There's signs.
So let me say a few things, Mr. Drouillard.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone has First Amendment rights, but the government has a right to control the time, place, and manner of First Amendment rights, right? Like you can't.
They don't. I can stand out on a street corner.
No, they do. They do.
Day.
There is Supreme Court case law that indicates they do. And I'm looking at the list, and if these were, I asked you specifically because if these were political signs, then you would not need a permit. Well, but you've indicated they're not political.
It was political signs. In the reference of giving information about politicians.
But I just asked you, were these political signs? And you told me no. Because if they're political signs, you do not need a permit. If they're non-political signs, like portable signs, menu, sandwich board, poster panels, or A-frames, then you need a permit. And you also have to comply with section 1806 that says, let's get to that, B5.
Wouldn't you consider a warning at least in order, and not just to give a fine? Because on the document my fine was given on, above the fine, there was a warning area. I mean, if they knew who I was, I'm wondering how this gentleman even knows me. He said he knew me. I've never met him before. I've never had a problem with his office before.
So under B5 of 1806, it says portable signs. They can't be illuminated. They can't be in the right of way. They have to be 2 feet from the edge of the curb, so that at least a 5-foot sidewalk is maintained between the sign and the building wall for pedestrian traffic. Portable signs are permitted only during operating business hours. And when a store's not open, they have to be taken down, and they shall be constructed of weatherproof, durable material and kept in good repair. I mean, so, I mean, well, that's what,
that sounds like
so this was September 3rd. Mr. Juilliard, let me ask you this. Are these signs still up? And I'm not asking you to tell me where, but are these signs still up throughout the city?
Only in private property.
Okay.
Owned by a homeowner.
Okay. I mean, I think there are certainly things about the sign, Mr. Greco, that are political in nature. And I guess the bigger question is, do they fall under political signs or not? And if the signs have been taken down post-election, which is why I just asked Mr. Juilliard that. I mean, the signs, I am aware he was running for city council. If these are signs essentially supporting his candidacy, I mean, that's a political sign, and there's no question about it, in my mind. But if the signs remained up well after the election, at some point, do they become something other than political signs and become public nuisances? I don't know.
They weren't up after the election.
No, you just told me they weren't, Mr. Juilliard.
No, I'm talking.
Every time
I'm
you
talking
talk,
in a
listen, will you listen to me? Listen to me. All right, Mr. Juilliard, I'm going to hold you in contempt. Listen to me. Right now, you're winning. So when you win, I don't know if you've ever done this before, but when you win, you stop talking. Because when you open your mouth, you get yourself in trouble. So just wait a second. Mr. Greco, do you understand my dilemma here? How are signs that are on private property for an individual who's running for council, who has signs up that are supporting his candidacy and telling the truth, as he said, that residents need to know about other politicians during that election cycle? How is that not a political sign?
So my understanding, and I don't know for a fact for Mr. Juilliard, I'm sure that during the time that he was running for election, he actually had political signs out there with his name on it to do this. Now, advertising a podcast which they still exist on private property, residential private property today, when there is no pending election other than a couple of years, I think indicates they're not in fact political, but rather advertising a podcast. And, you've got plenty, Fox News, MSNBC, all these commercial entities that are, regulated, they all have First Amendment rights, but those could be political shows, but they're also advertising for their content. And so they don't rise to the level necessarily, except for maybe somebody indicating some things within it, political speech. Mr. Juilliard is advertising his podcast. It's clearly not necessarily connected to an election. He may be talking about certain politics, and the content of the podcast is not what we're talking about today. He has a First Amendment right to speak. He has a First Amendment right to speak on a podcast. But I can tell you right now that under these regulations, a sign that is essentially advertising a podcast on a private commercial property would likely not be granted a permit by the city of Taylor because it's not advertising for a business on that corner that's regulating the signs. It probably wouldn't be granted a permit, and he never got a permit and put these up all around. With respect to the argument of signs being all over the city, Your Honor, that's like arguing I shouldn't be caught, paid a speeding ticket. I mean, there's, the government.
Mr. Greco, that argument does not hold any weight with
Okay,
me.
thank you.
I mean, everyone else you can go write them all tickets too.
And, and I'm sure.
I mean, Mr. Juilliard, did you have, I don't recall, I mean, I know the election just passed, but I had my own election last year, and I have been trying to ignore elections as much as humanly possible. Did you have signs that were like Juilliard for city council? Did you have those?
I did.
Okay.
And I had no knowledge that I had to get a permit to put up a sign.
No, I
Now,
understand,
I
Mr.
was-
Juilliard, I'm not disagreeing with you. I understand that. Most people don't know the law unless they have to. I had to
Right.
look up this ordinance when Mr. Greco started talking about it.
Okay,
Because it's not something I have seen before, so I don't disagree with you.
I was
But
also
ignorance of the
told,
law is not a defense.
all right, you're right. And I was also told that if that is on a private property in front of a house, they can put out any signs they want as long as they want to. Because
Yeah,
that
not
was
the
what I
law
was told.
says.
That's what
The
I
law
was told.
doesn't say that though.
In front of I have that sign in front of my house right now. Is that
Well, that's your
illegal?
home.
That's right.
It's not a business.
Okay, and a person coming and getting one of my signs and putting it in front of their house, is that illegal?
These signs no longer remain on public property. Have they all been removed?
Or on commercial, and the portable signs regulation that you read applies to commercial, not to applies to non-residential districts, not residential, as
Not
Mr.
residential,
Juilliard,
correct,
as
I
Mr.
gotcha.
Juilliard is explaining. Yeah.
correct.
All right, Mr. Juilliard, they no longer remain on non-residential locations after you learned of this?
No,
Or were
ma'am.
cited?
No, ma'am.
So they're just on private property now?
That's it.
The residential property? All right, lesson learned. I find you responsible, but Mr. Juilliard, the reality is I think you could have been misinterpreted the law or really not known the law. And that's not a defense, but
Well, I had
you
attorney.
removed them all. Listen, but you removed them all after you learned of the citation, right?
There was only two that were out.
And did you remove them both?
He removed one from a down on Beach Daily and North
Mr.
Line.
Juilliard, did you remove the other one
I did.
after you received notice that that you had a citation?
Prior to that.
Okay, I'm finding you responsible under the ordinance, but I'm reducing your fine. He said he had 1 to 2 signs on business property. I can understand how this mistake could have been made. And it is, to me, it's certainly on the line as to whether or not these were political in nature and would have had, a different section. I understand the people's argument, but I do see where Mr. Juilliard may have thought that. I'm finding him $25.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All
Your
right,
Honor.
we're all set.
All right, take care, Martin.
Thank you.
All right, on Eric Ogilvy.